Hi guys, here we are on our first virtual learning assignment. Today we are going to be doing word art. So what I did to start is I went on the internet and I looked up my favorite band, which is Band of Horses. They're kind of old school, but I just love them and their lyrics really speak to me. So I picked a lyric from their song. You don't have to use song lyrics. You can use inspirational quotes, quotes about love, quotes about family, friendship, really whatever speaks to you. And I want you to take that. You can either write it down from the computer or you can print it out so you have it. My quote is, the song lyric is, "So take it as a song or a lesson to learn, and sometime soon be better than you were. If you say you're gonna go, then be careful and watch how you treat every living soul." So for me, that means that, when we go out into the world, in every day, just me getting into the car, going to the gas station, or seeing you guys on Zoom calls, you really have to be the best you can be. Kind, gentle, you just treat everybody with compassion. And that's how I feel like that's my motto for life. I practice every day to try and do that. So, it just speaks to me. So I really like that. So what I started with is a pencil, because we always start with pencils. And I just started drawing lines. So I, on my quote, have 4 lines. So I'm kind of basing it off of that. I did the 1, 2. Sorry guys, my husband called, so he broke the video up. All right, back to basics. So I did the 4 lines. You guys can if you want your paper to be this way, that's fine. If you want it vertical, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Once I am done creating my lines, I'm gonna now start writing my quote. I'll start from up here. It does not matter. This is your piece of artwork. If you want to do quotes all on one side, that is totally fine with me. If you want to do the quote only on top, that is totally fine with me. This is your word artwork. All right, so I am starting, and as you see on this one, I went through with pencil and wrote the whole quote out. Then when I was done with that, I took my Sharpie and I went over nice and neatly the writing that I have already done. And once I was done with that, I went through with an eraser and erased it all. That will be on the first part of the video, and I'll be starting and stopping throughout it. So make sure to watch the whole thing. And good luck. Okay guys, so I'm at the coloring portion of this project, and let's say I have all my colors right here, and these are all colors from the color wheel. And on actually in this video, I'll post a color wheel and you can find it anywhere on the internet. But typically, it doesn't matter where you start from. If you do red, it could go to pink, then it would go to purple, blue, light green, green, yellow, and then orange. And then you would flip the orange right on back to red. So what I'm doing here is using 3 colors, analogous colors, that are next to each other. So and this is one of my favorite color schemes, is blue, green, and yellow. So as you can see through just this portion here, I'm using these 3 colors. If you also noticed, I'm mixing it up. I didn't color all over the writing. I colored where the boxes were, there were portions of each one. So I'm there. Maybe I'm gonna do this one now, like this space. So I'm gonna use orange, red, and purple. So these again are analogous colors. These colors are next to each other on the color wheel, so they blend really well together. So I'm gonna start right here. So if you say, and maybe I'm gonna start with red. I'm lefty, so I always twist my paper. You guys, you see I'm not scribbling. I am filling in the entire area. So I'm not coloring over the black part because I want that nice and sharp. Because pressing down doesn't take any more energy than kind of lazy doing it, I guess. So I don't know where I'm gonna stop with the red, but maybe I'll stop around here. And I kind of fade it out. This is how I love mixing colors, is if you just kind of go a little bit lighter, you're able to mix the orange with the red. So you guys are making red-orange. So now I'm going over it. Again, not scribbling. I will mark you guys down for scribbling. We are in middle school now. We're beyond that. Okay, so now I am gonna fade this out, but I kind of tricked you here. I went from red to orange, but I need to go to red now so I can get to the purple. I can add purple right here, but orange and purple are not next to each other on the color wheel. So you have to make sure when you're doing analogous colors, keep them next to each other. So now I'm gonna hit it with the red again. Get some red orange in there. I really love this color I love that color combination as well. I guess I just love all the colors. So if I wanted just to do inside the U red and then kind of fade it out. You guys, my hand hurts right now. I'm not gonna lie. But that's part of, doing this. And I'm kind of getting this all done so I can show you this video. But you guys take breaks, You have until Monday to finish this, okay? So see how I went from red and I'm kind of going over the red and I'm getting that red purple in there. Don't be afraid to overlap your colors, but only when they're next to each other on the color wheel. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna finish the rest of this area, but I'll do that on the time lapse. All right, guys. So guys, I just wanted to pause the video and tell you what I'm doing now. So I have my color, but I wanted to break it up a little bit and maybe not make it all color, so I'm adding these Zentangles, which is basically shapes. So I'm just picking out certain spots because I want you to be able to read the text. Even though it's hard to read the text, I don't want to get it mixed up with the Zentangles because then you will stop seeing the lines. So right now I'm just doing a checkerboard. And again, it doesn't take much effort to make it nice and neat. And it's a really nice contrast with the black and white with all the color that we have. I'm not asking you guys to fill up your entire paper with color or Zentangles or the shapes or, but I want you to make it a nice composition. And when I mean composition, I mean everything is coming from top to bottom and around in a circle. I see I have like more of an empty space right here. So I may add something right there because it seems a little, not to be redundant, but empty. So here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just, you know, I'm kind of playing this by ear. I didn't anticipate doing this when I started it, but I kind of like, again, the contrast with the colors. So this is totally optional for you guys. If you just want to use color, that's fine. And if not, you're welcome to do these shapes. Here is my finished word art, and I can't wait to see what you guys have done.